Hi, my name is Guy Fredrickson. Today is Sunday, January 22nd, 2023, and this is yet another update on the 61 Chris Craft. So I just wanted to say a few words about reattaching the planks on the bright side. That's where I'm working right now. So on all the planks on the boat, I took them off, cleaned them up. I did very little sanding on the outside of the plank. The fiberglass and the paint and the glue and everything that was on the outside of the planks, I removed with a heat gun and a scraper. So far, very little sanding on the outside of the plank. I wanted to preserve that wood. But on all the planks, I did a light sanding on the inside, and I laid out a sheet of, I think it's 6 ounce or 8 ounce fiberglass on the insides of the planks. So this is a bright side plank, goes up towards the bow on the port side. So all the old wood screw holes, so these were all filled with mahogany plugs. So when I prepped the planks, I filled all those holes with the Smith's Fillet epoxy filler. So when I'm reattaching the planks now with my countersink, I'm drilling in the middle of these to kind of minimize the amount of the epoxy filler remaining around the countersink when I put the mahogany plugs in. But I'm not too concerned about that. So where there are places where there's a little bit of a chip and there's a little more epoxy, I'll drill that out, put the mahogany plug in there, and you'll still see some of that epoxy filler here and there on some of these holes, but so be it. You know, the red stain, the mahogany stain will hide a lot of that, I think. So regarding alignment, I had most of this boat just completely disassembled. And here's the next plank I'm going to attach. I just finished drilling all the wood screw holes again. And here's an example where you can see some of the epoxy filler around the countersink hole. And again, I'm not going to worry about that. But it's interesting regarding the alignment of everything when I reassembled the boat. So here's an example where the new wood screw hole went almost exactly in the location of the old wood screw hole. You can see the ends of the toothpicks I used to fill that hole. There. So real good alignment. Here, on the other hand, you can see how the new hole is not quite exactly where the old hole was. So there's maybe 3/16 of an inch offset there, to the side, above. Here's one that was kind of surprising, a little bit more. So I've noticed that here and there during the reassembly process. Sometimes it just seems to line up exactly where it was, and then sometimes not so much. Down here at the transom too, so now this back plank is a little bit proud of the side plank. Then here's a location. So now these two planks are flush against the backer block behind here, but this forward plank is quite a bit proud of the surface of this rear plank. And that's the worst I've seen so far. That's a good 1/8 of an inch more proud than here. So what that tells me that when these planks were screwed down originally, they may not have been both tight against that backer block. And then there's a couple places too where you go from along this edge here where one side is more proud than the other. You don't really know until you get the wood screws in and tighten it down. But that's something I'm going to have to deal with. When everything's tight, I'll do some minimal sanding on the side. And if it's proud here and there, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'd rather leave the wood than sand it flush at this point. And it'll be pretty close. It's not too bad anywhere. That was just something I thought I'd point out while I'm here. Hey, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.